I'm live now. Yeah. In the last second, I was like, I'm just gonna go to hang out. Yeah. But I also am doing tarot readings if people want to do tarot readings. So yeah. Hi. Yeah, if anyone shows up, we'll hang out. Otherwise, hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Sorry if you didn't catch me live. I know I'm very inconsistent with going live, but yeah. Yeah. Food. Yeah. Yes. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, I'm grabbing something. Okay. I see it. Perfect. Okay. Hi, airy moon pies. What's up? Also, if we know each other, let me know. Yeah, I'm on here to hang out, and then if you want a tarot reading, let me know. Yeah, I was like looking at the room that I'm gonna be doing tarot readings in, and was like, this room is not ready at all. And then I got overwhelmed, so I was sitting for a while, and I was like, okay, I'll just collect my energy, and then eventually I'll get this all cleaned up. Oops. I don't know. I got a notification of low energy or low power on my phone battery. But anyways, yeah, I was like, okay, I'll clean all this stuff up and then I'll go live. And then I was like, okay, I don't really have the energy to do that as fast as I would like to go live. So I was like, I'm just going to go live. And if people want to hang out, we'll hang out. And if people want to do tarot readings, we'll do tarot readings. And in the meantime of just kind of chilling on the live stream, I'll try and do a little bit of getting the room cleaned, get everything set up, and stuff like that. So, yeah. I might go AFK from the stream at times if I'm, like, deciding to, like, clean stuff up more. But, yeah. My cat is here. Hey, Snubby. Yeah. Hi, Snubby. Oh. Yes. Yeah, Usnavi really likes to go live with me. I've noticed, like, every time I go live, she's, like, very interested. Okay, cool. Thank you for following the channel. And I'm sorry that I have not been consistent on the channel in a long time. I'll also definitely gonna take, like, a food break during the live stream, or, like, we'll be hanging out still, but yeah. Water. Yes, I was gonna go get water. Ah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been really nervous about going live, cause yeah. Hey, Snubby. Yes. Cocoa Puffs? Oh. Yeah, I guess we have those. Oops. Okay. Wow. For this. I'm good. Yeah. I felt really good about the day for some reason. So I've been having a good day. How are you? How is everyone? Oops. Usnavi. Yes. I'll do that first. Woo! Oh. Cute. Oops. Woo! Off this way. All right. I'm glad you're doing awesome. Water. Nice. Do. Missed. Oops. Jess from Bahati Life, her Astro chat. But I will watch later because... Oh, what? You're watching me over another live chat or live stream? That's very sweet of you. Do you want a tarot reading? Also, here's my cat. I just moved this over here. Yes. And what's funny is she doesn't really care for the bell and the ball thing. She likes the the ribbon attached to it more. Yeah, she's pretty cute. Okay. I think she also likes the bell. But yeah. Oops. Yeah. What about the ribbon itself? This is really hard because I'm like holding the phone, so yeah, can't really play with Usnavi, unfortunately. Also, in general, I'm not that good at it, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to do a reading as well. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. I brought everything in here. So now I just need to plug back in my charger and then pick up the cards, set up like the tripod that I have. Yeah. What would you like a reading on? Airy moon pies. Or Ari moon pies. Hi, Stara. Yay! Okay. Ooh, I love reading. Okay, I'm down. Yeah. Yes, you did. Wow. Okay. I actually have a lot of cards to pick up. But now that I'm live, I'm actually doing it, so I can feel more motivation. So that's good. Okay. Let me grab these. And then I actually have a lot more cards to pick up, but I'm picking up the ones that are on this sort of platform so I can set my phone up more properly. Here's a bunch of cards. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's try this. It's pretty good. Okay. Nice. So what would you like a love reading on? Like a what is your situation, or oh, thank you. My sibling painted these. Do I have a favorite deck? Ooh. And Stara, yeah. I'd love to do a reading for you as well. Ariana. Yay, it's nice to meet you, Ariana. Also, what's your zodiac sign? I'm an Aries moon. Okay. Oh, okay, favorite deck. This is one of my favorite decks because a dear friend of mine sent me these as a gift. And then second favorite deck or other favorite, I shouldn't say second favorite. I don't have a list, but next favorite deck that I also have, I don't know, is this one, the Cosmos Tarot deck. And this was a gift from another dear friend of mine. Yeah, pretty much ones that were gifted to me, they like mean a lot to me because yeah, they were a gift. And also they're really cool. Like, I really like these cards. Like, the gifts are, like, very, like, me. Like, they somehow knew what I would like. But yeah, it's super cool. So those are my two favorite decks that I can think of. I have a few others, and they were also gifted to me, but yeah. There's one called, like, the Sage Oracle. It's not, like a popularized, published, super, like, deck or anything. It's actually a deck that was made by a friend of mine. And yeah, that deck still means a lot to me because they gifted me a lot of decks. I was like, whoa. And let me catch up on the chat. Yeah. The artwork. Talking to a guy named Chase. I just want to know if there's anything there between us. You are a Pisces. I am a Pisces. I was like, are you an Aries? Because I'm an Aries moon. But you're a Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun. And my name is Sun. But yeah. And he is a Sagittarius. So nice you're connected to the ones from Friends. Yay! Thank you. It really is special to have genuine connections. So I appreciate that. But yeah, so love reading about someone named Chase. He's a Sagittarius. You are a Pisces. I've heard from one of, actually, the dear friend I was talking about who gifted me these. You have a lot of Aries in your chart. Ooh, I love it. The profile picture that you have is like, it's hard for me to see on my screen, but it just looks so cute and like art. So I like art, and I feel like a lot of people who are really into like literal artwork or art in general happen to usually have like Aries placements. Not like, obviously it's not like an always thing, but yeah, I just have another dear friend who's an Aries, and they are literally an artist. They went to school for art. Like, art is kind of their life. Same with like video games, good music, like, you know, a lot of things. But yeah, like artwork is very much like important to them. But anyways, they're in Aries, so usually when I think of art, I just tend to think of Aries for that reason. Just because I have a friend who's an Aries, you know, that's literally it. But yeah, so obviously that's not like an exception or like a rule or whatever to being an Aries. But yeah. Art replenishes the soul. Whoa. That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, most of my interests is music, video games, and then just other categories of music like piano. You're an artist, just slack a lot. I think that is exactly part of being an artist, that you create stuff whenever you do, and when you're not, you're resting. I don't know. Bit pensive lately. What's pensive? But whatever pensive is, you're good, Stara. You seem fine to me. In fact, you seem like cheery and engaged, which means a lot to me because I'm like, I just space out so much. So I'm glad that, you know, I still have a presence and all that. Hi, Usnavi. I love Usnavi. Like contemplative or something? Oh, or like deep, like the thing you said. I like deepness, so you're good. This is funny. Ari, the Ari Moon Pies. I just like, this was, I mean, obviously all the cards are flipped this way, so I was bound to see a lot of cards, but yeah, Pisces. Woo! I am biased towards Pisces being the best and ultimate sign. Yeah. I like, but every sign is also, you know, best and ultimate. I just think like whatever sign you are, that should be like the best and ultimate sign. So if someone's like, oh, I don't know, I'm a Virgo or I'm a Gemini or Scorpio, it doesn't matter, just some sign. If I was that person, I would be like, yes, the best and ultimate sign, Scorpio, Libra, you know, like whatever sign you are, you know. I just, yeah, I think people, yeah, I'm tired of like stereotypes on literally any zodiac sign and in general. It's like, I think, yeah, I think accepting ourselves and others is important. But yeah, let's see. Heck yeah, yeah. Pisces power. Hello, Sriti. Thank you for subscribing and joining the channel. I'm just picking up cards and then I'm gonna start on the readings. And then we're hanging out in the meantime. Whoa. Aw, thank you. I'm glad I left them up then. Every once in a while I'm like, should I take these down? I've deleted a lot of my videos now, but I've also kept a lot of them up. Though, yeah. Sadly, I deleted all my piano videos and pretty much all of my music-related videos. I wish I didn't do that, but it'll be okay. I can make more. Okay. Got those ones. Hi, Snotty. She got this like tunnel recently and she's chilling in it right now. Let's see. I'm feeling really impatient. Like I really want to just like take the decks as they are. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. but I'd like to have every card that I can into each deck right now. I know. We'll start with this. How old am I? I am 25. Okay. So, love reading about Chase. If you could remind me of what your question was, or if it was just love reading about your situation with Chase and that he's a Sagittarius, that's cool too. But yeah. Let's grab some of these. I guess, what is your situation for you? And then what is your situation, or what is the situation for Chase? And maybe what energy is there between you two? So, this is your situation for you about this. I see Luffy, celebrating, time to celebrate, enjoy, kick back, and relax. So I guess what I take from it is that you're just letting things be. You're like, yeah, whatever it is, it just is. Just want to know if there's anything between us. Whoa. And then the situation for Chase, we get worth the risk always. Whoa. Okay. I feel like you mean a lot to this person. And like they know you're important. That's what I think. So I hope that's the case. And then the situation between you, excitement, fun, pleasure. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's a solid connection is what I get so far. But also it's like, it's not just fun. I think you're kind of content with whatever. So you're fine with things just being like fun or serious. You're just kind of like enjoying your life is what I think. And then this person, like, I think they're taking it seriously, hopefully. Or they see that, again, like they see that you are important. You mean something. You're worth the risk, you know? Like, getting closer puts people at risk of heartbreak and things like that, loss, attachment, and whatnot. But the way it looks like to me is that how Chase sees the situation is that you would be worth that risk. Like, better to know than not to know, something like that. So I feel like maybe you've been like kind of good with whatever, and maybe you might have noticed that like this person seems to be like really thinking a lot and like maybe trying to do things right. So that's what I get from those cards. So I hope that resonates. And then like I'll pull more cards, of course. But yeah, that was the only. This is the only thing I have that has everything in it right now. So I still need to organize the rest of my cards. And if anyone is in a good situation to donate, let me know, and that is always appreciated on this channel. Sweet, and you said before, love's a risk, so it's funny you say that. Whoa. That's cool. Wow. Recently, I've been saying that, like, not knowing stuff is more reassuring than knowing stuff. Because as humans, anyone claiming to know everything, like, what is how I feel? Like, I don't know. I just relate less to things that are like, this is reality, this is definitely truth. My truth is now your truth. I don't know. That kind of energy. And so I always feel like more reassured in not knowing stuff, if that makes sense. Because, like, I have, like, and what I mean is, like, I feel everyone has their own moral compass. Everyone has their own internal compass for things in general. Their own discernment. All of this could be categorized as intuition. Everyone has intuition. Everyone has their own, core, I guess. And so, how would I don't know, claiming what someone else's core could be and, like, being like, it's this is it, like, is, like, I don't know how to put it, but pretty much to sum up the quote that I have been feeling for myself is that, like, not knowing things is more reassuring than knowing things. So yeah, let me know if any of you can relate to that. Because, yeah, I think it's good to have confidence in yourself, in your own truth, in what you think. But I think it's also just as important to always keep an open mind, especially with personal stuff. Whoa. But yeah, I think it's wrong to be right. I can see a lot of truth in that as well. Like, yeah, I was like, I think it's right to be right, right? Like, that would be right, because it's, like, right. I don't know. I easily get confused by my own sayings. They're like, it's because the collection of thoughts is more like a movie or a sequence or a bigger, like, the bigger picture of it. And I don't know how to put words into it. But basically, there's, like, people who will claim that they know you better than you know yourself. That's one example, and I don't find that reassuring. And then there will be people who will be, like, understanding, like, yeah, I have no idea what could be going on in your life, or, like, this and that, but, like, I hope everything's okay. Like, just not knowing, like, knowing that you, like, can't possibly know everything and keeping an open mind. I don't know. I've just found, like, it's a trait in myself that I've come to recognize definitely more recently. But I've also, yeah, I've come to recognize that. And it's like, that's like my whole personality pretty much. Like, I get surprised when I know something and so forth. Never assume I know someone better than they know themselves. Yeah. But yeah, there's like a lot of real life examples of that like people sometimes don't even notice. Hi, Flower Witch. And I think this is separate than from like speaking your truth, knowing your truth. I think it's connected. Like, for example, sometimes I'll feel really strongly and feel a certain way about either a person, a situation, or whatever, and I'll be reacting and feeling my emotions and just like falling into patterns of my own that I either most likely already knew about, or but it's like always getting the best of me or something. I think that's like natural. Yeah, I don't know how to put all this, but I've just learned a lot about myself since I've moved over here, and it's been very, very nice. The first, even now, but especially the first earlier months of moving here, like, it was so confusing. A lot of how I was unraveling did not make sense to me, but now a lot of things make sense to me. But yeah, I guess like I just want to put out there, like, it is important to speak your truth. Yeah, at as much as you can, pretty much. But speaking your truth doesn't always have to mean you're right, everyone's wrong. Like, type of a thing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's just like a lot of personal stuff. And if I felt comfortable sharing a lot of personal details, this whole situation that I'm saying would make more sense. But anyways, I'm sure a lot of these kinds of like lessons and whatnot I'll express it through tarot probably. So we'll just do that. And the good news is, while I was thinking of all that, I have all of my cards organized. I do feel happier now, I would say. Yes. I definitely feel, I don't know about happier. I feel more content. Yes. My happiness kind of like, always fluctuates, but I feel more content. Yeah. And I, of course, definitely want to be happy. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I'm coming across. Yeah, I strive for peace. I think peace is like, oh yeah, I've got kind of have this creepy like attic that's like covered by this. It's for practical reasons, but yeah, it's a little spooky, so we might put like a poster up there on the ceiling. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was doing this. Okay. Better when I see you. Aw, or watch my videos. Thank you, Flower Witch. I appreciate that. Yeah. Any good video games lately? No. But I have been playing one video game in particular, but I don't recommend it, and I'm not even gonna mention its name because this game and its company does not need my credit. Yeah. Or like sponsoring them in any way, like no. So yeah, I'm not, yeah. But a game I had been playing prior to that was Kingdom Hearts, and I personally love Kingdom Hearts. I think it's so good. Yeah. Okay. Yes. It's so good. I play that song on the piano a lot. Alright, I'm gonna continue with Ari. Let me know what you go by, Ari. If you go by Ariana or if Ari Moon Pies is good. Aw. Thank you. Yeah, if anyone would like to donate, let me know. And I will prioritize donation readings first, just kind of like a standard thing. But yeah. And let's get more. Ari is good. Okay, cool. So, High Priestess. For your situation. Yeah, I think this connection is worth exploring. Obviously, take care of yourself. Be careful in general overall in life. But like, yeah. Two of Swords. I think, to me, this is saying there's a cross paths. Is that the word? Crossing the roads? Crossroads? Fork in the road. You've reached a fork. No, I don't really like fork in the road because it makes it feel like, oh, once you're there, you like can only like you have to decide instantly. I do not accept super chat donations, sadly, but I do have PayPal. I can provide a link. It might be in my description, but yeah, if it's not, am I able to chat on here? Sadly, I'm not able to chat on my phone for some reason. Yeah, I'll have to get a better situation or a better setup. But yeah, there's like an indecisiveness there. But it is a crossroads, so I think the connection... You've reached a point where you see that it's a matter of time where the answers unfold and the outcome of the connection is going to occur. So like, for example, the dynamic is going, or like the dynamic of this connection, it's inevitable that whichever decision you choose, things are about to change. That's how I'm feeling. And yeah. Whoa. The world. And I think, yeah, it's better to know than to not know. I know I was doing a whole speech earlier about not knowing things is more reassuring. I'm talking about the way, like, that speech was talking about the way we communicate with others. And even the way we may communicate with ourselves. Keeping an open mind. I think the word is humility or whatever. You know, like in a lot of like practices, like spiritual practices and whatnot, that there's like some like humbleness in humility or something. There's like a lesson there or whatever. It's a way of grace or something. Anyways, that's like what I'm trying to get at. But yeah. So that's a different thing. Having answers, wanting answers, searching for answers, these are all understandable things. And I think I encourage that. Like, I think that is important. So I hope, like, the difference in those two things makes sense. Yeah. I think awareness, knowledge, and whatnot is still very, very valuable. Temperance. Yeah. I kind of just wish I didn't share that speech earlier because it's like, oh, I want to fill in all the missing blanks. But then I'm like, it's too much of my personal life. So I'm like, I can't. Yeah. But yeah, continuing your situation regarding Chase Sagittarius. That's okay, Stara. I appreciate it. We have the Death and Rebirth card. Yeah, things are going to change in this connection is what I was just getting at. And that I think it's basically, it's up to you. Like, things, like, there are things that we do want to know, things we don't want to know. Obviously, you're curious about this connection. And so let's get advice. Because, like, there's definitely energy coming up that is very clearly, like, an important connection. And that it's leading you somewhere. Advice, Four of Cups. Sit with your feelings. The Hierophant. Reflect on what it is that you truly want. And what you truly want to be doing. And if you yourself are truly sure that you're like wanting to figure this out, you yourself are going to have to take those risks. Yeah. And be bold and all that stuff. Eight of Swords. So yeah, I do think there are some things going on or things that have happened throughout your life that, you know, keep you stuck and make it difficult to have that, like, energy or courage to take action. Hello. You do not need to pay for a reading. I do accept donations, but I'm just doing readings today, so as like a activity for anyone. But yeah. Two of Pentacles. And these are advice. And Eight of Wands, yeah. I feel like most likely... Oh, good. I'm glad I'm spot on. Thank you. So I was like, okay, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think the advice coming through is that, like, most likely you do want to pursue this. You do want to communicate and figure it out, basically. So that's pretty much the advice. And then the Sun card. Five of Swords. Yeah, that, like, this is an experience. There's no right or wrong. It's not ever really going to necessarily be easy. Every part of love is vulnerable and honest and scary and risky and beautiful. and joyful and heartbreaking and trustworthy and heartbreaking sensations of trust lost, you know? Like love, all of those things tend to happen as we go through the journey because we know how much it means to ourselves to come across true love, real acts of kindness and love and whatnot. So yeah. And I'm not sure, like, I think, like, for my own boundaries, I'm not sure exactly what range of tarot questions I'm comfortable answering. But I will reflect on it more. How I described love was beautiful. Whoa. Thank you. Yeah. My own personality, I don't know, very Pisces. I mean, every person, every individual, and every, like, Pisces out there, like, everyone's different. But yeah, how I feel as myself and as a Pisces is very, like, no idea if what I said sounds deep or not, and that, like, kind of don't really super care, but that, I don't know. It's like all of the depths feel just the same as the surface. I feel like a lot of Pisces can relate to that. Like all levels of depth, intensity, wisdom, knowledge, awareness, it feels just as far. It doesn't feel like out of reach, but it feels just as far as the surface. Everything feels like, you know, like, I don't know, maybe to not every Pisces, but maybe to a lot of Pisces or some Pisces, but this Pisces for sure, like, deep feels not super deep to me. I don't know. It just feels like my life. Yes. Yeah, water signs. Like, you know, like if you, like, if you are a water sign, literally the concept is that we can swim as deep, you know, as we want. Like, the ocean is our domain. It's cool. Water is really cool. So, yeah, I like water and I like being a Pisces and a water sign. Yeah, I think having Pisces in a chart is always really cool, and water signs in general. And I think all the signs are really cool and, like, have a lot of aesthetic, I'll say. Hi, Scorpio moon. Whoa, Pisces sun, Scorpio moon. Yeah, and so I'm going to try to answer questions by order of choice. So I'm doing a reading for Ari right now, and then I want to do a reading for Stara. Yeah. And when I'm ready to do the reading, like, you can let me know your question. Otherwise, it gets hard for me to remember everything. Sorry about that. Sorry, Usnavi. Something fell over. And then landed on an instrument. It's not a very... It's like a... Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but yeah. But I wouldn't change it for anything. Yeah, Scorpio is very intense. It's the in-between of Cancer and Pisces. So yeah, makes sense. Scorpio to me is like life of the party, very loving, and also, I don't know, a lot of like connections to like underworld stuff. I don't know how to put it. I feel like, I don't know, I just like Scorpio energy. Just another water sign. But anyways, Ace of Cups. We're gonna finish your reading. Star card. Ah, Wheel of Fortune. I am not sure, but I will do. I'd be happy to do a reading for you. I'll look back at your question again. I'll probably just flip a card on it anyway. Just know that I cannot guarantee any outcomes. I do not know the future. All of the disclaimer stuff. But yeah, Page of Wands. So Ace of Cups, the Star, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands. Yeah, I don't know. I have a good feeling about this person, your situation about Chase, and I hope it goes well. And that's what I have to say. And the Empress card. And yeah, always keep working on, like, you know, self-worth, knowing that you deserve the best. And so I know it's scary because you have strong feelings for someone and you don't want those feelings to change. You don't want them to break your heart or reveal that the feelings are not like at the same level or like or whatever, because it I don't know, like love is scary and difficult, and it's like I'm currently in a relationship with someone, and even still, like, how scary everything still is. The idea that, like, what if things don't work out? And then what if, even if they do, like, I'm scared of loss, about, like, mortality or whatever on this planet Earth, you know? But in my experience, it's what I want, and whatever happens, I always feel like I have to go for it, and that I hope that that happy endings exist, and that happy endings are real, and things like that. And how I feel at the best of my times is that you're only gonna get there if you keep going. Yeah. And also, sometimes just like being counts as keep going. Like, there's a lot of times where I quit or where I feel hopeless. But I just have a feeling that my life is a movie and that a happy ending is upon us. You know? Yeah. And something I've come to learn now is like, yeah, I really don't like institutions, organizations, followings of like the word like, not to bring anything too controversial up, but like basically religion. I'm not a fan of all that stuff because it's like they all feel like trends to me, teachings. And what I've learned in my life here, was like, dude, so much I wanted other people to have the answer. But at this point, I've come to learn and understand they definitely do not. I think it's best to learn from yourself. I really do. I think self-taught of morals, of life, love, uh, to just of things. I don't know. I think learning from yourself is, yeah, I think that is where it's at. Obviously, if it helps being around good sources of information, resources, and so forth, very important. But yeah, to give up all sense of self and to get a lot of your information from from others, basically, to learn things from others. I don't know how to put all this. It's like there's nothing wrong with learning from the outside world either. Just reflection is something that you do yourself, and I think it's important that people do it. Yeah. Where you don't put words to things, you know? But instead, you're just experiencing. Yeah. Yay. You're welcome. Okay. Read this quote I liked, and it was, "But what if it does all work out?" I like that quote. Yeah, like, what if things don't work out? But what if they do? If they do, it would be worth it. It would be worth it to have gone through all of this. And it will feel miraculous and spectacular. But honestly, I feel like I'd be pissed. Anyone else relate to that? Like, if after this I learn, yeah, we're all good, surprise, plot twist, we're actually immortal, we're big chillin', but how did you like your experience on Earth thinking you weren't? I'd be like, yeah, no, I hated that. Like, what? I don't know. I'd be really, really upset. I'd be relieved, but it would feel like prank gone wrong. You know what I mean? Like, prank gone so wrong. So, I don't know. If someone, like, was like, I think of, like, life, what if it was, like, a sales pitch? And someone was like, yeah, a lifetime of uncertainty? Who would wish this upon someone? So I'm just imagining this as a sales pitch. Like, imagine we're all like floating orbs of light and we're all just big chilling because we're immortal. And someone's like, oh, hey, can I get your attention for a second? And you're like, what is it? And they're like, how would you like to get into this box that simulates a reality where you don't know anything and you don't know you're immortal and all of that? I'd be like, that sounds like a nightmare. I'm good because, let's all say it together, I'm big chillin', you know? Hopefully I know what that means and this doesn't mean something else. But anyways, I'm just saying, you know, big chill, like, you know, like, I'm content. Like, this is good. And they're like, no, 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 no. Here, just try it. And if you don't like it, you can let me know afterwards. Yeah, like, why are we even signing up? Yeah. So yeah, let's say like, okay, sure, you get in the box. Oh, psych, the 2 seconds in the box is gonna feel like approximately 50 to 100 years slash a million lifetimes crammed into one. And then we get out of the box, you know, and the guy's like, so? How was it? You want to sign up all your friends? I'd be like, no. Yeah. I'm glad that I got to learn so much about myself, but like, yeah, no. And that's just one possibility, you know? The other possibility was that like it wasn't a choice of any sort, or what if we did something wrong and that's why we're here? I've questioned all of this stuff, you guys. And one time that like I really was questioning, like, what if I'm just bad and I just don't know that I'm bad because I was put here with no memories? After everything I sorted through, what I found was that that's very likely not the case. I'm like, nor. I don't think so, because think about it. Let's say you did something bad and that's why you were put in some sort of like torture device of sorts of an experience. Said being that put you here, are they not bad? Doing this is bad. If someone put you here to punish you because of something you did. And this is what they've done and set up for your experience. Knowingly or even unknowingly, that's bad. Because if I saw someone did any imaginable terrible thing, I myself, as like a decision button, if I had like the power to affect someone's existence, reality, life, if I had ultimate power and I was in charge and in control of making decisions on other people's behalves or other lives or beings, no matter who they were or what they were or how I could feel about someone, I myself, feeling like a good person, would not do something like that. So therefore, I don't think we are all here as like a punishment of sorts. And also, whatever conclusions I come to could be different than what other people might think this is all. To me, we're all theorists, and none of us know what is actually going on this planet Earth, and what is the purpose of us being here, and what is exactly the truth of it all. Is there one ultimate truth to this all? I don't think we could really super hardcore know, like 100%, because again, we are all humans born with uncertainty. However, there could also be literally a singular truth, like, oh yeah, this is like some, I don't know, situation, reality, like, whatever, I don't know. I hope this all makes sense. Aw. Thank you. Keep on keeping. I'll try to be back soon. It was really hard to go live today because I had to move a lot of things and it's just a lot to do. But yeah. Ever studied quantum physics? Interesting, like what you're talking about. No, I haven't technically studied quantum physics, but obviously I've heard people say quantum physics a lot. I've listened at times to what people define that as, like, oh, this is what it means. And there's like some where they're like, it's literally just this. It's way simpler than it sounds. And then there's like, here's all of the depth of what it could be, and it's super deep. I've kind of heard multiple definitions of what it is. I think it's just kind of like the physics of existence itself, probably. Like, laws of physics are kind of like, they're like situational. Like, the laws of physics on Earth are different than the laws of physics on the moon. And then that'll apply to all areas of space. What we aren't often told is I think said laws of physics also are interchangeable on individual planets and things. Like Earth, as much as there's like a very solid form of gravity here, basically, I think still laws of physics kind of like bends and whatnot. So, yeah, that's something that people don't think about here on Earth. Magic, basically. Wish I could make you food and we could all hang out and vibe. Aw, thank you. Speaking of which, I do have food for me after I finish going live. But yeah, Stara, what do you want your love reading on? Physics is expressed differently in different planets. True. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really know what quantum physics is all about. But whenever people go deep into explaining it, I feel like I already know what it's all about. Like, they'll say stuff and I'll be like, I've already had these thoughts. Yeah. Back to, yeah. Whoa, a Libra? There's so much Libra going on. All right, I've been feeling confused about the Libra. Oh, real quick, Ari, if you're still here. Oh no, I think Ari headed out. But yeah. Never mind then. So yeah, let's see. Libra, he was so special to me. I wonder what his energy is towards me. We haven't talked in a bit. Yeah. Deeply spiritual person. I feel like it can be a lot easier to grasp certain physics concepts. Yeah. I think water signs specifically as well have a really easy time grasping like all of everything. It's literally water. Water contains the flow of time. So, the star, Gemini, stimulation, interaction, communication. And your question, what's his energy towards you? I think he wants to communicate. But I'm getting the feeling, all right, we got Gemini, and then we got Justice card, Aquarius. That's literally what both cards say. So we just got the air sign cards. So that's interesting. And then Justice is the Libra card, typically in tarot decks as in general. So we literally got Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. We got it all. So interesting. Was everything right? Were you treated correctly? And so forth. There's always going to be connections that feel really meaningful and special, because they are. But yeah, did they do it right or did they not do it right? I think if people are sticking around and they are treating you how you want to actually be treated, then yes. But if they are hurting you, hurting your feelings, like not being there for you when you need them, no matter how close you feel, and they don't have an excuse, they don't have a real reason, and they don't have an apology, and you've already established we are this level of friendship, we are this level of close, we're gonna hang out every day, like establish all these things, you know? Then like, yeah. Just know you always deserve the best and you always deserve better. And even when you find the connections that do stick around, those connections can still disappoint you at times. And while that's not okay, it's also okay to be flexible and to give things time and to like see what conclusions you reach as you heal. And if you still feel the same about connections after things happen. Comes from just pushing you away from what you thought was the friendship you guys established. Yeah. And I've had so many friendships that will establish that trust and then they'll like do stuff to betray that trust. And because we established it and I felt that close, it makes it that much harder not to like let go of the connection and to do other things with your time. Yeah. And even for connections that don't establish that, just when you develop feelings for anyone, it then feels impossible to just forget about them. I think what you said is just what you couldn't express. Whoa. I think you expressed it. Yeah. And I can relate to so much, so I can put words into a lot of things. And if I'm not putting all the best words into something, I'm putting like all the feelings. I'm expressing it. I think just expressing your feeling, whether you're properly doing it, quote unquote properly, you know, like that does it. And then people who get it are gonna get it somehow. And even, or people who do get it but they're not understanding, you'll reach an understanding someday. So yeah, the trust was there, we established something, and now the way he is makes me feel betrayed or used even. Exactly. Then if that is happening, then I say, if it's been established, confrontation. Confrontation. I'm a very confrontational person when it comes to many connections, but my willingness to confront also is factored by many things. How am I feeling? How strongly do I feel? How sure do I feel about what I'm feeling? All of those factors. Then, if I speak said truth and confront said person, how might that affect them? I consider that. And if I see that I could make someone feel really hurt or really upset or whatever, and I don't have strong enough feelings to risk that person's feelings, I usually don't confront people then. But if I feel really strongly wronged, I will put the confrontation in on someone, and I'll be like, hey, that's not right, or hey, what? I'll say how I'm feeling. Probably. It gets harder when you are super deeply close with someone, super deeply intimate, and you're always together, and then they hurt you in a way that you're like, you know me, you said you know me, or I thought you knew me. How could you do that? Those ones, I don't even know how to confront the person. I just like shut down. I fall into a lot of patterns. I start reacting more than I am communicating. A lot goes like, quote unquote, haywire or whatever. So a lot of things about how I handle things change. But yeah, we live at a distance and he has been avoiding a conversation. That's so funny because this says communication on the Gemini card. So yeah, it's on his mind. He knows, obviously. The Fool card, Sagittarius, that could be your energy. The Four of Swords, courage. So yeah, I think the energy coming through is if you have shut down so bad and every attempt I've made, he just shrugs off in a weird way. Yeah, that is so rude. So, you're putting a lot already into it. Those efforts are a lot. And yeah, I think it's so hard. It's all up to what you want. Are you hurt to a point where you're like feeling like you're done? That's why I'm wondering, does he no longer care? He's just done. I confront those people. I like put it all out there. This is what I do, but this is not always the right answer. But yeah, I get real upset and I'm like, what? You know those like really intense scenes in like shows, comics, manga, movies, anime, just like media content, and the person's like, I thought you understood. How could you do this to me? Like confrontation, but like, I do those things. Like I actually do those things when someone that I feel really deeply betrayed by. I don't know. It just shouldn't even happen is what I think. Long time trying to heal. Came to the conclusion that I wanted him as a friend as long as it was real, even if it wasn't as close, but you can't read him. Yeah, I think now, I guess, this is just saying like, yeah, you're just gonna have to like keep reflecting on it and explore life and maybe accept the connection and the level of communication for what it is, and yeah, keep deciding on things for yourself. Was this right? Was this wrong? Like, and obviously the level of hurt is from knowing you didn't deserve to be treated a certain way or to feel a certain way. We were so close that I don't even want this to turn out to be a negative situation for your own heart. Does that make sense? Yes, that it, like, it just being done with and over hurts more. Like, I don't even know how to put it, but yeah, it's just something like when you just can't let something go. And it's not as simple as like, oh, you'll learn that lesson. It's like, no, you're like the master of letting stuff go. It's just something where you're like, you just can't. It feels important. I think it's important because you feel that way. Yeah. Hold on to that feeling. Don't ever think that you just have to like toss that feeling away or like, no, this isn't important, or like, no, this doesn't matter. It matters. However you're feeling about it and how you feel in general matters. So what you choose to do will matter, and what you choose to do is up to you. You just tell me what's going on. I'll deal with whatever his truth is. Yeah. I hope you can reach him. And I feel like, yeah, if you're the type of person who oversteps, perhaps, I think you'll reach him. I'm the type of person who oversteps. Not always and whatnot, but I push things far. And I like, yeah, I speak my mind and I don't give up very easily and things like that. So, yeah, just know that, like, I think social laws that are not actually laws and there's no real harm being committed whatsoever, I think those are ridiculous. When people are like, oh no, you can't text twice, or oh, you've tried reaching him in multiple ways. How, oh, isn't that a little much? Like, all that stuff, I'm like, why is this like this? I've had people who, like, the things that I've done to try to reach a connection. I've had a lot of people judge me for those things, like, ooh, you did that, ooh, or isn't that either embarrassing or, oh, what about their boundaries? It's like, dude, what about my boundaries? My boundaries, I let them in. They took a bunch of things and then ripped my heart out and left. That's a huge boundary cross. So, like, do they deserve the level of respect that I'm already giving when they didn't even give said respect? Like, and even still, I'm not trying to cross boundaries of sorts. Still, we're considering it. Exactly. So use your own discernment. If you want to try texting and you feel safe and comfortable doing so, do so. Uh, You know, if the things you do are virtually harmless and the only thing that makes it look bad is that people could judge it, but if they were to judge it, literally still nothing is actually wrong, like, you know? I say fight the system. Like, I'll get like flagged on things on social media and I'll be like, that's not fair. And they'll be like, yes, it is. And I'll be like, no, it's literally not. Yeah. It was more of like me feeling sucky that I sent 4 messages over a few months. He didn't answer any of them. And then I'm like, this is hurting my heart more than judgment. Yeah. Just so rude. Do you live kind of close by? Have you tried, like, literally knocking on his door and just being like, what's going on? Ooh. Wow. Oh, that is so frustrating. Like, there's literally nothing you can do. But it just makes my heart feel like he's discarding me. Oh, I know this feeling. I called someone over time, leaving messages, emails, texts for literally, let's see, from 2018 to like beginning of 2022, or it was the middle of 2021. And then I was like, and that's about 3-4 years of like that feeling and sensation of putting yourself out there, and you know that you don't really have any feasible way of meeting them in person, and that all you have to go off of is trying to reach them through phone call or email or something. Earn my trust, careful, is protective of myself so I don't know how I let this happen. It's just not your fault. What other people do is what other people do. You didn't do anything wrong. You tried, and you found a very special connection, some connection that meant so much to you that people and even the connection itself could not possibly know to the full extent of what it means to you. Probably. That's what it was like for me. And then, yeah. Anyways, it's just not your fault. Whatever you did wrong, quote unquote, socially, there's nothing that you could have, like, that's not your fault. Someone pretend they care. Maybe because they do. Maybe because they did. But how awesome are they in the end? Part of what makes someone awesome is who they are. Another part of what makes someone also awesome is what they literally do. The actions they make. Like what they do. That matters. Both who someone is and what they do both matter. And they don't always match. Who someone is and the actions they do not always match up. Because, in my opinion, the connection I made with that person, who, at this point, the last thing I said to that person was basically like, dude, no. As much as I know that I crossed certain boundaries, did a lot of things that now I regret and now I'm sorry I did them. Like, that is what happens when you toy with other people's emotions. That is what happens when you invest in another connection that isn't just yourself. You have a real impact on people. Because this person that I fell for and had super strong feelings for very, very deeply, and that will always carry with me through my life. That person had a strong belief that we're all insignificant, that everything is just whatever. You know, they didn't feel like they were super special particularly. And I was always like, I think you are, because I do. And that just doesn't change. But also, like, at this point, I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, this person, the actions wise, have chosen to suck. I don't think that's who they are, but it's what they're doing. How do you get over missing them? I don't think you do, sadly. I wish it was, from how much advice people have given me, they made it sound like you do, or that there's like a real solution and that we're somehow doing it wrong. dude, there's no answer. There's literally no answer. I don't understand how people are like, have you thought of moving on? Like, do you have a heart? Is what I want to ask the person. I'm like, do you have a heart? Like, do you understand? Like, because they'll say it as though they understand. But it's like, if you really understood, you would know it's never going to be that simple. It's never that simple. So, yeah. So yeah, it's really not simple. And like, literally, I had a dream about this person yesterday. It wasn't today, but this person I'm telling you about, I had a dream that this person was back in my life yesterday. We hugged. Then they were like a little uncomfortable after like a few seconds of the hug, but they were like, they warranted the hug. They were like, yeah, yeah, hey, I'm back. And then after a bit, they were like, oh, they felt awkward. Is that guilt, perhaps? Who knows? But yeah, like, yeah, so those connections always mean something to me. And I think I still stand by it. I still think if that person ever got to a point where they actually put an effort in, despite their fears, I would probably still be pretty receptive, which is rare. It is rare to be able to hurt someone so bad and that they'll always have a spot in your heart though, or like that, like if you were to come back, that they'd be willing to try again with you in some form or another. That is extremely rare, because usually when people hurt me to a level of like just leaving, like the most hurtful thing a person can do sometimes, other than just like straight up hardcore abuse, is leave. The most hurtful thing someone that you love could do, or the most hurtful thing that could happen, is that you leave, or that they leave, that the person, you know. And it is rare to find those connections that they can do that most hurtful thing, but you know in your heart that if they ever try to explain one day, that whatever where, like, I don't know, just that you would hear them out, you know. Meanwhile, there's a lot of other connections that if I were to see them try and make an effort to talk to me, I'd be like, goodbye. You know? So these connections are very rare, despite what's happened. And I think that's how it makes it impossible to move on. Just can't with him. Yeah. When I get deeply invested in something, I just can't let it go. If someone is not talking to you, it's because they owe you an apology. Whoa. OMG, son, I feel that. This is the first time in my life that I've realized he's the first in my life that if ever makes amends, I would be open to it. Yeah. Dude, that is this person for me too. It's a very, there's not really words for it, but yeah, the connection is real. Okay. Well, I guess it's rare for me. Hopefully he feels that way too. Yeah. My person is an earth sign, actually. But my partner is a Libra. And this applies to said partner. We've been through a lot, and I don't know, I just don't think I could ever cut him out forever. And I think vice versa. But what's scary is that the other person could do that anyways, even though I couldn't. And I don't understand how. I would say my partner is like more capable of just like doing something like that, leaving, cutting each other out, and then like just dealing with it. What I've learned is like it's not because it's like, I don't know, people just don't have the same willpower of things at times, and I don't even know. Everyone's different. I don't know how to put all that. his way into my heart. May I ask one more thing? Do the cards suggest there is someone else in his life that he's focused on romantically? King of Cups. Four of Cups. It's just all unclear, is how I feel. Seven of Cups. I feel like these people tend to roam like anyone else that they would meet, not to hate on people at all, but like when you meet a connection that's as rare as you, as special as you, as beautiful and deep and awesome as you, and they like mess it up, they mess that up somehow, and they don't do the best things, and they betray said connection, that trope of a person, pattern-wise, tends to repeat that and be discontent with the connections that they do cross paths with from that point on, or whoever they meet. None of it is ever going to justify what went down between you two, like what they did to you, like not communicating, ghosting, like anything after establishing like this bond, you know? That trope of, that trope of a person that like, they party, they drink, and oh, they're with like people, but like the people they're with, it's all casual, it's all surface level, and then like they wake up and it like ends up meaning nothing or whatever. I can't even really relate to all that, because it's like, how can you do that? Like the people I connect with, I just connect, and I take my feelings and everyone else's feelings very seriously, and things like that. So yeah, I don't know. People just be different. But yeah, I do feel like he's just really confused. So, in terms of like a serious commitment or serious connection with anyone, I don't really see anything from like these cards in particular. This card is the Five of Cups. I just think he's really hung up over you and really discontent with the way things are, and that the special connection on his mind is you, whatever he's doing. So I hope that helps. And that's what I think, personally. So it's a hard time being alone, and does seem the need to party and have energy around him, but I'm very comfortable in my solitude. Yeah. I wonder why. Like, what's the energy for why? For that Ten of Pentacles, I think it makes them feel comfortable, basically. Yeah, everyone says that, lol. Opposites, lol. Yeah. Woo. The Tower, the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, I think, and then like the Ten of Wands. I think it'll always be a very special connection, but like, I think someone else is going to cross paths with you, and it's just going to be better. That's my theory. Somehow I feel like he's the one that will be on my mind forever. Yeah. I just think you're right. You know yourself. And it's not wrong to feel, and it's not wrong to fall in love. And how to deal with loss is just unimaginable. And it just sucks. And I'm sorry. And I wish he didn't suck. And I wish he was more mature. Or at least mature enough to treat you correctly. I'm glad. I'm glad I can be here. I'm sorry the readings have been slow, everybody. And I appreciate that I got 9 likes, even though I only have done 2 readings. So yeah, I appreciate that, everybody. And yeah, I do think in a setting, if people donate and whatnot, of course, I'll prioritize those readings and I'll try to be like timely and get readings done really quick. But as long as we're all just kind of hanging out, like, my goal is to just kind of be live and hang out with everyone. Yeah. You really do seem lovely, Stara, so I hope those connections appear soon. I believe it'll happen. 'Cause why not? Flower Witch, did you want to do a reading? Hi, Chantel. I'm good. Thanks for liking. Aw. Yeah, thanks, Dara. Yeah, if you ever get anything like Zelle, PayPal, and Cash App, let me know. And if there's ever like a different outlet to do so, then let me know as well. And I can always try looking into that. Yeah, I'd like to do one for you as well, Flower Witch. Was yours the question about the lawsuit or something? I think I would be down to answer that question, whoever that was. Avion, my boyfriend, have me in a third party. I'm Gemini. I think if you feel like that's what is happening, does Capricorn Avion, my boyfriend, have me in a third party? I definitely don't actually know. You know your situation better than anyone, other than the other people who are a part of the situation. Oh, that's right. Scorpio law. Okay, yeah, I'll do your reading, Flower Witch, in a second. I'm just going to pull one card about that question, Chantel. The Temperance card. I mean, to me, the Temperance card kind of signals that it could just be you. Then the Three of Wands. But he's saying something else. What was the screenshot? If you feel comfortable sharing it. King of Cups. Is there a third connection? Is there a third party? Is there someone else? The Knight of Cups. The Judgment card. The Ten of Swords. I mean, there could be the past, and there could be like stuff that's over, but that he still has to deal with. That could be it. And also, I would never, like, base anything, my decisions, off of a reading alone. Like, if I was like, oh, is so-and-so doing this? And the reading is like, yes. I wouldn't go to someone and be like, I knew it, got a reading, and it says you're doing this. Got you. Just know, like, there is no way of knowing. No psychic out there could ever truly know, in my opinion, more than what your situation turns out to be and whatnot. To me, psychicness is intuition, it's a feeling, it's theory, it's a guess, but it's trusting those theories. It's trusting your intuition. It's trusting that guess. So, my guess is that it's basically just you, and that he just has to work through stuff that has already ended with whoever. Like, everyone has a past, you know? So I feel like, yes, he does have a past. And yes, he still deals with it to this day. But I feel like if actions are showing that he's committing time to you and to the connection with you, and actually is doing stuff, actually shows up for you, stuff like that, I would trust that more and work more with communication. Yeah, and things like that. So that's what I've got there. So I'm going to finish the live stream because I need to eat with Flower Witch's reading on messages and guidance from your dad's higher self. Okay. Yeah. Oh. No, actually, 2 more readings. I wasn't sure who was still here, and I did not keep track of any list. We can do a reading as well. You also subscribed, which I really appreciate, so we'll do a reading together as well. So, Flower Witch's dad's higher self, Scorpio. And I feel like your dad might be a very protective person who's like, be careful, be careful, stuff like that. So there might be that energy. 2 of Swords. Maybe there's a crossroads as well for you. 8 of Wands. I feel like it's a warning energy from your dad's higher self. The 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. But I think his higher self knows whichever decision you choose is actually a good one. If you pursue whoever or whatever in life, it's the right decision. If you are content with where you're at and you're just living your life, then it's also the right decision. So I don't think that either one is wrong. The Knight of Wands, but there's the slight suspicion that you're probably going to end up going for something, a passion, a hobby, a desire, and to go for that. So don't settle for what you have established in your life currently. It might be pretty good. It might be better than your upbringing. For me, this is some of the best situations and times in my life so far. And that's not a very high bar, but it's true. So anyways, it's like that. It's like no matter how much better things have gotten in life for you so far, that you always deserve more. You always deserve better, and it's okay to keep striving for that. Ace of Wands. So this might really be about a project idea or something. Ace of Cups, something you really, really have strong feelings about. So I would say, yeah, to work on that and to let it grow, whatever this is. The Five of Cups, probably about love, or something that you feel so deeply about that you felt like was lost. One thing for me was like passion of music. I thought this world was able to rip away my passion and love for music. I have now proven since that that is wrong. I've proven the world incorrect in doing that, that you shouldn't do that to people, and that we should be able to pursue what we love and have all of our dreams come true. So yeah, I feel like there's a strong message to really go for the things that you want out of life. Your dad is an artist. That's so cool. The Nine of Pentacles, encouraging you to pursue creating. Yeah. Whoa. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Wow, yeah. I don't have anything in particular about those cards, just that this is a very solid energy. So what is anything else? Any message to deliver from your dad's higher self? The Star. Very, yeah, optimism. Feels like hopeful. Be hopeful about things. And, you know, contrary to if things are better than they've been, if things are not as good as things have been lately, if things, you know, if you've hit rock bottom, you know, contrary to, you know, sky high, if you ever hit rock bottom, if you lost contact with him and you miss him, yeah, then, definitely. I hope everything's okay. But yeah, this message shows me, like, trust the way things are going. There's, like, a person who's, like, a silhouette of someone who's, like, trusting and free-falling, and these, like, flowers from the card are, like, catching the person. So I think your dad's higher self wants to let you know to literally have faith in your situation and to move forward and do the thing. They won't tell me where he is. Wow. That's so intense. Are you in, like, high school or something? I feel like I'm hopeful that you'll be able to reconnect in the future. And I feel like that's kind of what this is hinting at. Like, have hope that things will work out in the end. And you're good. I was surprised. I was like, whoa. I'm like very intrigued. It's like a mystery. I was never at the hospital that I visited him in. What? Never at the hospital that you visited him in. Knight of Cups. Temperance. Four of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope that was good. I'm pretty much just getting, like, just like all of us, keep going. Keep pursuing your life. Yeah. I wished that as time went on, life would get more specific, but for me, it just gets more vague. Can't talk about too much without getting sad. Strong connection. Love. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. I really get the, like, sensation that, like, this is a really meaningful connection to you and vice versa, obviously. And, yeah. I hope you can reconnect. Okay, so I'm about to head out. Sarithi, if you could remind me of what you would like a reading on, we can close out the reading with you. And yeah. Aw. Oh, I'll go over there. Thanks. Okay. If you say so. I appreciate that. And thank you all for hanging out, going live with me, even though my situation wasn't completely set up. This was good for me. So I'm glad. I will say I don't know the next time I'll be live. I moved here still quite recently, and getting everything together has been really difficult, actually. So I hope everything keeps working itself out, and I hope to hang out with you all again soon. So thank you all for getting readings with me and for hanging out. Thank you for the likes. You too, Flower Witch. I hope you all have a really good night. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later. All right. Hugs and take care. Yes. I hope to see you soon, Stara. And to hang out again. And yeah, next time I'm back, once again, update me how you're doing, how things are going. If that connection does anything to make things right, or if you ever hear from them, I hope so. So yeah. Or if you meet anyone, if any stuff happens in life that makes things better, I'd love to know. So yeah. Okay. Bye everyone. Take care.